Hi girls, so today I'm going to run through some ball skills, ball exercises that you can do at home. You can do them inside or outside. I would recommend going somewhere where you can't break anything. And obviously outside it's nice and warm at the moment. For most of them you don't need anything special, just yourself and a ball. Any ball is fine, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a netball because it's just ball skills. And then for some you might need a partner, but I've tried to make adaptations so that if you can't have a partner you can do it by yourself. But a partner can also be anyone, they don't need to have any particular skill. I'm going to be using my brother. So for a lot of these exercises I've picked ones that we've done in training before, so even though I will explain them, you will have done them before. I've also tried to kind of make some further steps for the ones that we generally do that are quite simple in training, so that once you get good at them you can do something even better. With each of the exercises I've also filmed my brother doing them for two reasons. So one is because I can't be there to coach you guys and to help you if there are things that aren't quite right. I got him to do each of the exercises just having watched the videos that I've done for you guys, so that I could see if I'd missed out any explanation and just to show you where things are going a little wrong if they are. So I hope that helps. And the second reason I'm doing it is because sometimes you look at these ball skills and you're like, these are difficult. My brother has no ball skills, and so it's just really to prove that anyone can do them, and he had never done any of these before. So it can show you how quickly you can improve, and that if he can do them, you for sure can do them. So worrying about that should not stop you from doing these ball skills. So to start with, little squat, not too low, just knees slightly bent, and then take your ball and you go in a figure of 8. You can speed it up or slow it down. And then you can always change direction, which gets a bit confusing. I'm obviously doing it around my knees here, but if you want to give yourself a bit of a challenge, you can go higher, try not to hit your legs, or you can go right down by your ankles, back up to your knees. And then if you want to take it even further, this is quite difficult, but if you get it down to a fine art, send me videos. So instead of going behind and then catching it like this, you flick it up, flick it up, flick it up, and try and do it more controlled than I'm doing it. Well done. Okay, good, exactly. You see? From that you can see that he's kind of like holding the ball like this to keep it in place. So you can start by doing that, that's fine. As you get better at it, you just hold it in your fingertips. So for the next one, also one we do in training a lot, just round your body. With this, if you want to, you can speed it up. If you do it quickly, you will also notice instead of holding it behind, holding it in front, you can start to actually kind of throw it between. And then you can change direction. So obviously I'm moving my hips. Once you get really good, you can do it without moving. And then to adapt that one, you start around the middle, and then once you've got a hang of that, you come down, and then you go round your knee. If you've got the hang of it, around your waist, and you've gone down and back up, then you can go up, round your head, and then back. And then you can try and speed it up, and then change direction. Okay, next one, go into a bit of a squat, and then with one hand have it forward, the other hand behind your leg. And then what you do is you drop the ball and you switch. You can start by flicking it up, and And then once you get good, you should be able to do it without having to flick it up too much. And if you struggle with that, what you can do, you can start like this and bounce it on the floor and then catch it as it comes back up. Next one's a fun one. It's quite difficult, so don't worry if you don't get it the first time. You start, ball in front of you, hand underneath, and then you throw it up, and you catch it behind you, and then you bounce it back through your legs. Goes quickly, over, through. So from another angle, over, through, over, through. You're meant to put the ball up over your head and straight down, but that can be quite difficult when you first do it. Start by just throwing it over your shoulder. You could start just by even doing little tiny ones like that. You slowly work it up until... Oh, yeah, I did it. Yeah, the next one's also a bit tricky, especially because the balls are not small. You can always try with a smaller ball if you have one, or just know that this one might not be the easiest one. So, hold your hand with the ball on top. Now, as you stand there, bring your elbow out, take the ball underneath, straighten your arm. But if you do it quickly, it looks like that. So just practicing these will help you get better ball control. Quick tip, I'm left-handed, but I actually do these better with my right hand. So if you're trying to do it with the hand you write with and it's not working, you can always try with the other hand, because you never know, you might be able to do it better. So once you've mastered it with one hand, try with the other. One quick tip, if you're struggling to get it the whole way round like that, because the last bit from here can be quite tricky. So if you can't do that, what you do it round. Patting it between your hands. So, one thing, the most important key point in all of this is you're using your fingertips, not your palms, and you're not catching the ball. You're simply just flicking it between your fingers. Yeah? So you want your fingers to be quite loose, and so you can flick it back and forth. And you want to get kind of a rhythm to it, so you just do this. If you're finding it really difficult, you can just do it slowly, but if you look the whole time, it's up on my fingertips. I'm not doing it here. So I'm just flicking it between the two. You can slow down, you can speed up. Once you've mastered it, you can move two ways. One way you can move is vertically, so you start here and you go up and then all the way down, or instead of crouching, you can lean forward and try and do it and then back up. And then the other way you can move is horizontally, so getting your hands further and further and further apart. So you start close and then you... When you do this, you'll probably end up slowing down as well. Always keep it on your fingertips. Go as wide as you can. I am kind of catching it more, but you can. Yeah, good, yeah. This next one is just to make sure you can be quick with your hands. So if you start with your hand like this, and you can put your hand like this. So if you move it like this, then you basically have the action of what you need to do. So you hold your ball like this, and again you want to be using your fingertips, not this bit, because this bit can actually really hurt, and the ball bounces better if you use your fingertips, because if you use your palms and the back of your hand, it's kind of like a, yeah? Whereas if you use your fingertips, you can actually get a bit of a spin on the ball. Yeah? Next one is a mix of quite a few. So I don't know if any of you guys saw, but there was a challenge going around in the UK called the netball floss. So I will just show you the two main things they did in it, so you can practice and get really, really good at those. And then if we don't go back to training soon, then I will film the whole netball floss and I'll see if all you guys can do it. So keep practicing. It's a good thing to practice and it's really good for your ball skills. So one thing is, you pretend to throw out, you bring it back, you throw the ball up. Whilst the ball is up in the air, so you've thrown it like this with your hands out, you turn your hands into fists, you bring them back towards you, you put them out, cross over like that, you bring them back and you catch the ball. So and you throw it this way. If you're struggling when you throw the ball in the air to do in, out, in, catch, you can always make it shorter. So you could just do throw, catch, and then as you get better, then you can do the throw in, out, and then catch. Add one in each time. You can slowly build it up, or you can try straight away and just perfect it until you get it right. Next bit. It, under, round. And each time I'm starting with my right leg, and then my left leg, and then going round clockwise. And then you can try the other way. So, under left, under right, anti-clockwise. On.
2, 1, yes, and then it there.
Exactly. There you
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Another quick fun thing you can do to make sure you've got quick hands when you're passing is, as you throw the ball up, instead of doing the floss moves, you can do the letter of your name with your hands. So for me, it would be, and then, do you want to try? Try and do an R. So some people's names will obviously be easier than others. So if you're finding your letter really, really easy, you can always try and do the first letter of your last name or your second letter. Anything that will make your hands do something else that you have to concentrate on quickly before you go and catch the ball again. So now we've got to the end of the things you can do by yourself, although I have adapted a lot of these so that you can do them by yourself. So the first one is anywheres. Fast feet, you're looking at the ball, they drop it to the floor, make sure they don't throw it down because it'll bounce back up and make it easy. So you reach down and catch it before it does its second bounce. They can make it as easy or as difficult as they like. They're not just limited to throwing it on the floor. Up like that, or you can jump up to get it. Remember to do fast feet throughout, except when you have the ball in your hands, because that's footwork. It's bad practice to have a ball in your hand and to be moving your feet. So that one was with a netball, but if you really want to make it difficult for yourself and test yourself, make your hand-eye coordination better, try it with a tennis ball. But unlike the netball, instead of dropping it and picking it up to catch it, try and catch it before it even hits the ground. So fast feet again, and then it throws up somewhere. To make it so that they don't throw it at the floor, and do it somewhere, but so that it's difficult to catch. Because tennis balls are quite little, so you've got to really pay attention. And if you want to make it really, really hard for yourself, we were using a tennis ball. Swap it out with one of these foam balls because they're so light and they fly all over the place. Okay. If you want to make anywheres even harder than you've already made them, you can do it from further away. So either they throw it or they use a tennis racket or a bat or something to make it so that you have to run to catch the ball.
This hurts my feet so much.
If you don't have a partner for anywheres, you can always do it against a wall. When you throw it, you do sort of know where it's going to be, so that makes it slightly easier. But anything is better than nothing. This one, you need to have quite a bit of trust in the person who's helping you. So if I lie down and Raf stands with the ball above me, I stand with my hands by my side, and I'm not allowed to bring them up until he drops the ball. So go. And then I throw it back up. Hands back down. Stop. Okay, so there he's starting from quite high up. So as you get better and better, you can bring the ball down slightly. One. That is if you have a partner. If you don't have a partner, you lie down and you throw the ball up, and whilst it's up in the air, you touch down. This one's quite good because you can control how high you want it, but it's also difficult to throw it straight above you. And if you want to make it really difficult for yourself, don't throw it up in a straight line. So throw it kind of out to the side. If you wanted to make this into a fitness drill, which you don't have to at all, this is a ball skills thing, but if you did want to make it into a fitness drill, you do the same thing, except that whilst you're doing it, you lift your legs up and down whilst tensing your stomach muscles.
It's gonna hit me in the face.
Yeah, good. If there's any other drills you think that are good, you can contact me, and if you want, I can do them. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you guys do take something from this video. I really hope you guys keep practicing. It's really, really important to keep up your ball skills, even if we're not in training. If you want to film any of these and send them to me, that's great. I would love to see it. If not, just do them in your spare time when mum and dad kick you out because they're trying to work. Whenever you can, they're little things. If you find ways to make them more fun, share them. I'm sure people would love that. I hope you guys all stay safe, and I really hope to see you guys soon. No. 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 No.